think a lot of people see our channel and they assume that everything was like amazing.
Yeah, people look up to us and they're like, oh my god, how are you guys so happy? You guys have no family issues.
What started the fight off was the fact that Arnav wasn't paying rent. So then my mum had discussed this with me and I said, okay, well, we can start paying something, you know, whatever we can afford, which at the time was about 3,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is not a lot. It's like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
And on this particular date, my mum was pissed off already. She was in a bad mood or whatever. And she was like, oh, what is this going to pay for? Like, she made a comment that grinded on me.
Yeah.
And I was already stressed. And then the comment that she made, whatever it was, pissed me off real bad. Arnav was in the bedroom. And honestly, that was our only safe space at the time. It was just that tiny bedroom which just fit our bed and a desk.
Yeah.
And if you look back at our old vlogs, you'll see that. So I went into the bedroom to Arnav and I think I just broke down. I was just crying. I was standing on top of the bed.
And I was standing on top of the bed with her.
And Arnav was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Because I was hysterical. I was crying. I was
crying
angry.
her eyes out. Like.
And I was just like, why are my parents being like this? Why do they hate you so much? Like, what is it that's wrong? Why can't they see that we are happy together? My parents from the outside could hear, because I mean, the walls aren't thick.
Yeah.
So they could hear that I was crying and I was shouting. They probably thought that me and Arnav were arguing. Because Arnav was trying to calm me down and he was also like getting more agitated because he was trying to figure out
what's going on.
What, you know, because I wasn't making sense. I was completely hysterical. My parents burst into the room. My mum started shouting. I don't even remember what she was shouting at.
Yeah, it's a blur.
And then Arnav shouted at my mum. And I think that was when my mum was like, what the F? Why is this guy so disrespectful? He's in our house, living in our house, eating our food, barely giving us rent, and now he's shouting at me?
And imagine, I'm on the bed.
He's on top of the bed and she's standing down.
I'm like pointing at her like,
yeah, you're doing this
to us.
Yeah.
I'm like shouting at her like absolutely on top of my voice and like you know, said a lot of crap stuff.
Because I think at the time as well, Arnav was upset about the fact that I was getting so upset, and it wasn't like it was one time. It was like it was building up this amount of upset that I was getting, and obviously this day just blew, and everything came out.
Yeah.
Because I've been bottling up for so long. From then, it was a shouting match between Arnav and my mum, and obviously my mum doesn't speak English very well. You don't speak Cantonese. But somehow they were shouting at each other.
Yeah.
And then mum said something along the lines of, you get out my house. You get out my house now.
And I was like, yeah, we leave. We will leave right now. We don't want to live here. We will leave. And I was speaking English. And then, I don't know, then dad took you out?
Yeah, so then I was like, fine, we'll go. Arnav, let's pack our bags, we're going, we're leaving. We're leaving. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Thankfully, the only one person who saw sense in this whole family was my dad.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. What happened? It was a tough time.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a, you know, it happened. What happened?
I've not thought about it in such a long time.
It was a long time ago, right? Now we are happy together. We have gone through a lot. Like, so much. Why are you crying? You cry, you make me... You cry, make me cry. You gonna make me cry, babe? It's okay. It's okay. It was a very long time ago, right? And now everything is okay? We've gone through a lot. And, you know, we have done our share of, like, our share of, like, hardships. And now we are happy.
I think a lot of people see our channel and they assume that everything was like amazing.
Yeah, people look up to us and they're like, oh my god, how are you guys so happy? You guys have no family issues. You guys have no problems within your families. You know, they are so lovely and loving. But you know, we have gone through a lot. So it's never been all lovey-dovey, full of roses throughout our 6 years. It's been a tough journey, which obviously you can see it's been quite hard on us. I knew she was gonna cry. it's too sensitive of a topic.
Thankfully, Dad was there.
He saw sense.
Because the thing is, I don't know what would have happened if my dad wasn't there.
Yeah. We
would have walked out, and that would have been like the end of my family.
Either we would not have been together today, or we would have walked out and she wouldn't have a family today. I don't know. Could have been worse. But thanks to Dad, he was there to make sense. He was there to be the head of the family and actually be like, you know what, guys, use the 2 words, calm down. Saying it to 2 women who are not calm at the moment.
I think also it was tough for my parents because I've always been the good girl. I've always been the one to listen to them. And then this is the first time where I've
kind of
like rebelled so much and like actually argued with them.
That too for this guy she's been only with for a year.
At the time a year or so.
Who doesn't seem to understand Chinese culture, who doesn't seem to respect.
And obviously I understand
culture.
My parents wanted the best for me. They wanted some guy who was going to be amazing and protect me and treat me like a queen and stuff like that.
So they couldn't see that side of me. It was our biggest hurdle in this relationship. It could have gone either way. Either we could have, as I said, it could have much worse outcomes if that dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
That night.
So dad he was like, come on, you guys have been absolutely ridiculous. He took me out to the bus stop. So we have a bus stop outside the house.
Yeah.
He took me out to the bus stop to calm down. Mum was in the house. Arnav locked himself in the bedroom.
So after my adrenaline kind of flushed
then he realized
down,
what had happened.
When the adrenaline was over, I was like, oh shit, did I just shout at her mum on the top of my lungs? I was like, oh my god. So I shut myself in the room because I was so scared.
So we were on the bus stop and Dad was saying like, do you really want to ruin your family over this? And are you really gonna walk out just like that? You don't want your parents anymore and stuff like that. Dad was like, well, you guys need to chat. You need to talk through it. You can't just leave like this. You can't just be like, I'm leaving and leave like this. So then he just calmed me down, I think. And then we went back in the house and my mum was doing a hula hoop.
Yeah, she was like,
my mum always used to like hula hoop whilst watching TV, and that's what she was doing. She was there hula hooping.
I was still locked up inside.
Yeah, both of us had calmed down by this point, so we were chatting. We talked and my mum was like, it's fine. It's fine. If you want to be with him, that's fine. Don't think of me as your mum anymore.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And obviously that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know she said that. Wow, that's hard. Oh my god. That is really hard. I did not know that. Oh my god. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm ready right now. Take your time. These are some really heavy feelings that you don't think about on a daily basis. They're there.
Yeah, everything is better now.
Yeah,
don't worry.
It's not like this anymore. Her parents love me now, and my parents love her as usual. So everything is okay. You've gone through some really, really tough times. If you talk about this more, I think it can get out of proportion, and she's not gonna stop crying because it's been hard, like really hard times. I mean, it was almost like choosing either your mom or your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But you love
obviously
them both.
nobody wants to choose between
Exactly, right? You love them both dearly. Then what happened? So you reconciled with your mom.
So then after that, my mum said that line, and then she carried on hula hooping because she'd stopped when I came back in. She carried on hula hooping again, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. And then in the end, I put my hand out to stop the hula hoop, so it hit my hand and would stop. Like, no, we're carrying on this conversation.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's not what I want. And I said to her, like, that's not what I want. I want both you and I want Arnav in my life. And then Mum would say the things that she didn't like about Arnav, and I would then explain how those misconceptions were wrong.
Yeah.
For example, like she would say, he's dragging you down. You have a PhD, and he doesn't have a master's.
Doesn't have a job.
Doesn't have a job.
And they're fair points.
Well, they were fair points.
Absolutely fair points.
And there was things also like, after we moved in together, one of Arnav's bad habits is that he doesn't tend to get ready till the last minute.
Even today.
Yeah. But from my mum's point of view, she's saying, I'm going to do my PhD. I'm getting ready every morning in the morning with a heavy bag of books. My bag had nothing in it. It literally had my wallet, but I had a big bag just
looked heavy.
It looked
maybe
heavy.
A water bottle.
Yeah, I had a water bottle and my wallet. Like literally that was all it was. But maybe in my mum's eyes, you know, I was still her precious little girl, and I was carrying this backpack, and every morning I'd be waiting at the door for Arnav. In her eyes, she was like, he should be waiting for my daughter. Why is my daughter the one that has to wait for him every morning with her heavy backpack? And she said, you know, that hurts her every time when she sees that. And I was like, honestly, my bag has nothing in it, Mum.
It's a very fair concern.
Yeah.
From a parent's point of view.
Yeah, was that I was always the one waiting for you.
Yeah. It's, I mean, 6 years later, she's still the same.
Doing that.
Still the same. I mean, it's not like I make her wait. It's just that I get ready when she's actually waiting. So.
It's because of the way that we manage our time.
It is. She is more like on the dot, let's get this done. I'm just like, I'll do it when it's 1 minute due.
That's why now, if we're going somewhere, I always tell Arnav that the time is like 5 or 10 minutes later than it is.
Yeah.
So then he starts getting ready earlier.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, the bus is coming in 2 minutes when it's actually like got 7 minutes left.
And it works every time. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was things like that, and they were like little things that weren't really problems, but in my mum's eyes they were. And actually it was because she didn't see actually the things that you did do. After that fight, I think we both kind of came to an agreement. Mum was like, fine, you know, we'll see how things go. And then when we moved out, not that long later after that, things got much better.
Yeah.
And I think that was when they started seeing you a bit differently. I think you made more of an effort as well to learn Cantonese by then.
Yeah. That's why I know what I know today, because I started putting effort.
I think also it helped that with your company that you then ended up getting a job with.
When I finished my degree, I found a job in a startup which had a lot of local people.
Yeah, he became friends with a lot more locals.
Yeah.
And through them, he was able to gauge a lot more about what was more acceptable in a Chinese household.
The traditions, the culture.
Yeah, and I think, you know, your friend Hazel helped you a lot with like, oh, you should do things like this.
To make them happy and all that. And I didn't know these things, right?
Yeah.
So that really helped me. Hazel, so if you're watching this, thank you.
And it just little by little, how he was viewed in my parents' eyes just started creeping up again.
And slowly things got better and better and better, and yeah.
When we moved out of the home, everything was 100 times better.
Yeah.
We could be our own couple and do the things that made us happy. We weren't going home to like a toxic environment. And then whenever we did go home, everything was better.
Yeah, definitely. More of the story.
Don't live with your in-laws unless they already like
until
you.
they have accepted you.
Because right now, my dad is here. My parents come all the time.
Everything is
and it's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool.
Yeah, we're totally happy for them to live with us. Like now,
whatever they want to live with us.
Yeah.
They want to visit us. We want to visit them. Everything is chill, not an issue. But at that time, it was.
At that time, I think because you didn't have a job, I think that was a major.
I think that was quite a big thing.
Yeah.
Because if I put myself in their place, I can understand.
Yeah.
I don't want my kid or daughter, especially a daughter, to be with a man who can't even support her.
Yeah.
You know, or support himself.
Yeah.
So I do understand where they came from. So that's why I'm not very mad about it. It's more sad on you because you went through those emotions a bit more than I did.
Yeah, I think being the middle person.
Definitely. Yeah, you don't know what side to choose.
Yeah.
You don't want to disappoint either side. You don't want to lose either side. So I graduated in 2016. She graduated in 2017, and then she found a job in Edinburgh. She left Hong Kong in Jan 2018, and that was probably another very hard time for me. For me, I was losing the very core of my existence. Like, this is what I know in Hong Kong, right? I've lived for 4 years with her, and this is all I knew, and I was going to be alone all of a sudden.
I think it was easier for me as well because I was moving back home.
Yeah.
But even though I was moving home, like I was going to Edinburgh, which is kind of new. I was starting a job, like everything was new.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have time to miss you that much. Whereas for you, it was your normal life, other than the fact that obviously you had to move somewhere else now.
But a chunk of it was missing, and felt like I lost a big chunk of me because of this, which was very hard for me.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had some good friends.
Yeah.
Who, Anthony, Darren, Maddie, Nat, if you guys are watching, I don't know. You guys, and Hazel obviously. So you guys were a big support structure for me when she wasn't there with me in Hong Kong. But I did make an effort to visit her.
Yeah.
In the summers in July for maybe a couple of weeks, which was great.
I dropped Arnav off at the airport, and I remember driving to work and just feeling really numb.
It's okay.
But, yeah.
It's okay. Now we're together. Look at us. Woo! It's okay.
Once you start crying, you can't stop.
You can't stop. It's hard. It's hard. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, and then we can finally talk about our wedding.
Yeah.
Wedding. It was going to be a full Bengali wedding on the outskirts of Bangalore, and we have a video about our wedding as well, so you can see it somewhere here.
We have some vlogs of us preparing as well. And so I arrived in Bangalore like a few days before the actual wedding, or maybe like a week before the wedding, to do the preparation, because obviously I hadn't got any of my outfits.
Yeah.
Because they needed all my measurements.
And because she's so petite.
Yeah, everything had to be changed.
Everything has to be like custom tailored for her, because she's like
my
tiny.
frame is small.
Very tiny,
Yeah.
right? So
we had like a few days of absolutely like hectic, going to buy clothes, going to buy accessories, buying this, buying that, and then like every journey in, because your parents don't live like in Bangalore city centre or whatever.
No.
We live on the outskirts.
Near
and
the
it would take
airport.
like an hour or more to get in.
Bangalore traffic, as you know,
Yeah.
it's terrible. So we had to do a lot of up
It
and
was
down.
super tiring.
It was fun, but it was also very tiring.
And then most of the time I had no idea what was going on.
So finally, we got married on the 28th or 29th of December. I don't remember the exact date.
There were several days.
We had two days of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And her parents came to Bangalore, and funny thing is, like, our parents never met before.
Yeah, that was the first time they met.
That's
was
the
at
first
wedding.
first time our parents met. And thankfully, everyone got along well.
Yeah, and I think the fact that your parents treated me so well,
Yeah.
that really helped also with my parents.
So we successfully got married. We had the whole shebang, mehendi, haldi, reception.
It was really beautiful, and like a lot of my close friends were able to go, which was
From the
just
UK,
amazing.
Yeah. It was very nice. Then we had a whole Bengali wedding. Her dad was on the mandap.
My dad is amazing.
He said all those Sanskrit shloks and chants and stuff.
And then after the wedding, we had our honeymoon in
a
Kerala.
short 3
days,
2 nights honeymoon in Taj, which was amazing.
It was beautiful. It was honestly like the most relaxing, and we really needed that relaxation.
Yeah, after
the
we slept and ate. That was all we did.
Yeah.
And the food was amazing. It was like blue skies and next to the beach. So it was very relaxing.
And as soon as I got back to Edinburgh, we were like, this is it. We're applying for the visa now.
Yeah. And we collected all the
everything
documents.
together.
She managed to help me with all the sorting out the documents, making sure everything's there. But finally, we applied for the visa. Costed us a lot of money, and we prayed. We prayed and prayed and prayed.
And that wait, like I can't even remember, it wasn't that long because we paid for priority service.
And we were at that 22 days, 23 days mark, and I'm like, oh my god, we have only 1 week to go. Why is things not working?
Yeah.
And then came a post to my house. There was my passport with the UK spouse visa and the thappa. And as soon as he got it, she was like, I'm booking the flight. I'm booking the flight right now. Like 1 week before end of Feb, the 20th.
I have a vlog from that day of when he got his visa and when he came. So please go watch it.
Have a look at that. On the 4th of March, I was off. That was 2 years ago. Oh my god.
The thing is, once he came, we thought this is it. This is going to be the start of our married life. It's going to be together forever.
It's going to be lovely roses and beautiful time and no stress. Boy, we were wrong. I came here, started looking for jobs, and then came the army of rejections.
And the problem is with the UK is companies really seem to value experience in the UK.
For some
but
reason.
not elsewhere.
For some reason, yeah. I got an interview that said Edinburgh role. So I go for the interview, and interview was great. But at the end of the interview, they told me the thing that, oh, so the role that we were offering at Edinburgh is already filled up. Do you want to move to Manchester? If yes, we can go to the next steps. I was like, kidding me? Are you kidding me? I literally just moved here, but you want me to move to Manchester? But at this point, I was very tired of job hunting. So
and you needed that first job.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't want to give up. So let's do this. Let's go to Manchester. Yeah. They said that they're gonna expand to the Edinburgh office, and then I can move back. I finally moved back to Edinburgh in December last year. Wait, no.
No, 2019.
Went to office the next week. They're like, we're gonna be cutting jobs. We're gonna be making some redundancies. I lost my job by the end of Feb. Finally, I found a job.
I think you found it quite quickly compared to your previous.
Last year, yeah. So last time it took me 5 months. This time it took me 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Not even 5 weeks. Less than a month to find a job. So that was lucky. I found a job, a good job.
Like just before COVID was really getting that bad as well.
Yeah, like I got a really, really good job.
Which is what he's doing now.
I'm doing right now. Just before COVID was a thing, before long. I guess we can finally end the video by talking about our latest or
developments.
Last development is that we are expecting baby, which is obviously, it seems crazy because, you know, we've gone through so much from 2014 until now. It's been a crazy journey, and we are really, really looking forward to the next chapter in our lives. So like being first-time parents, it's going to be absolutely nerve-wracking, but also very, very exciting.
If you've watched all the way to this end, you'll see that, you know, we've had a real roller coaster. And I think when you watch our videos, it looks like, you know, we have such an easy time. Everything seems great.
It was never like that.
Yeah. We've always gone through ups and downs. And whenever we thought that we were at an up, something's always knocked us down.
Yeah.
I think we're at our most stable now
than we've
ever been in the past 6.5 years. 6 years.
Almost 7 years.
Yeah.
Glad to be where we are.
Yeah.
But always, you know, we are always ready and prepared for the worst. I hope this video was able to give you a better idea about us,
our relationship,
about the journey we have had so far.
And I also hope that it gives you guys hope as well. For people out there who are in an interracial relationship, who are struggling, who are like, you know, these guys have it so good. This isn't how it's been always.
Yeah, it's never been all jolly good and amazing.
So if you're struggling, know that there will be an end, and things will look up if you.
It's a matter of perseverance, really. If you want to, you can. People give up because those times are hard. If we had given up back in 2015, that would be it. We would not be to 2021 Korean dumpling, you know. That was our story. Please do consider subscribing. We are a small channel trying to grow, trying to share the love we have, and also just trying to give hope to other interracial couples. And if you guys have any other particular questions about a relationship, about our journey together, leave them in the comments below. If you guys have faced similar issues, if you guys have, or
we would love to hear about your guys' love stories as well.
Absolutely.
Even if you're not an interracial.
Yeah, even if you have a normal, same race, same ethnicity couple, anything that you might relate to, feel free to just type it down or send us a message on Instagram on Korean Dumpling or Asian Chem Nerd. Do press the like button because that really helps the video. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video and enjoyed the journey, and you went from 2014 to 2021 and are excited to see what comes next. We will definitely see you in the next video or the live stream whenever that happens, or any other video that we might post in the coming days. So there's a lot to come. This year is going to be full of videos. We are planning to do at least 120 videos this year. Press the notification button so that every time we upload a video, you guys are notified and you can see our videos first. Until then, bye bye. Alvida.
Alvida.